Hello everyone, and you are tuned into the Celtic Gamer Podcast. This is the podcast for the month of February 2014. I'm your host, Mitch Concannon. I'm joined here by Ross Mortimer.
Hey everybody.
And it is good to be back on the mic once again. It's been too long.
What are you doing on the mic? Get off there, it's going to muffle all the sound, it'll ruin it.
Apologies. Speaking into the mic.
There you go, that makes much more sense.
Yeah.
So there was some sort of microphone-based rodeo that you were at.
I forget sometimes I'm dealing with a complete professional, so I have to talk.
Absolutely, I'm wearing a bow tie and everything. That's
Yeah?
not true, I can't pack that up. I'm wearing sweatpants.
But yeah, so it's been a long time, but we're back again to talk about video games, maybe some movies, talk about games we've been playing, and what Celtic Gamer is, because seeing as it's the first podcast for Celtic Gamer, give a bit of an insight into it. So before all that, we'll talk about what we've been playing. So Ross, what have you been dabbling in?
Minecraft, actually. The PS3 version of Minecraft came out, and I know I'm incredibly late to that game. It's been out for a very long time, but it's only now available on PlayStation consoles, and it's awesome. It's so awesome. I had the light version of it on my iPhone for a while, and although I sank a lot of hours into it, I kind of fell away from it. But yeah, I love that game. The unbridled creationism that my brain can come up with is ridiculous. It's awesome.
Is there any way for me to view what you've created, or is it only if I'm on the paid version or the light version on PS3? Because I have the light version, and it's just a game that, seeing as we're not talking about what I've been playing, but I went back to Dark Souls, but I know it's going to be a game that I have to commit a lot of time to, and I just don't have the time. So, would there be a way for me to check out your world if I went on during the trial version, or do I have to have the full version?
I think you'd have to have the full version. The trial version it's the tutorial world, which is its own seed number. Mine would be different from that, so that you'd have to either call over or get onto the full version.
Okay.
Which you can do. But yeah, it is. I love it. I got it as something I could play at nighttime, just to kind of wind down after work or something. But yeah, that doesn't happen, because I put it on and then I go mining, and then I find lava, and lava means diamond, and then 6 hours later I'm fighting a spider somewhere. It's so awesome.
I don't know. Maybe later on I might get it. If a good sale came on it, I'd probably pick it up. But I don't know. I've got too much of a backlog at the moment to be kind of diving in something where I'll lose hours and hours upon. But
no, don't get me wrong. I have a ridiculous backlog, and I just downloaded BioShock Infinite and Metro last night as well. PS Plus perks for February, and I still have to play through them. I never finished BioShock Infinite, and I have to finish that. But I'm still going to kind of chip away at Minecraft. Maybe some laugh there.
Well, why didn't you say I'm going to mine away instead of chip away?
Who says I'm going to mine away at something? That doesn't make, unless you're a miner. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And I mean miner as the person with the hard hat with the light in it, not someone who's a bit underage. Because that makes even less sense than before. What are we talking about? Minecraft. Yeah, it's just a really, really, really relaxing, fun game to play. I gotta be honest, I knew I was going to get it. As soon as I knew it was coming out, and it was out, I held off on buying it until I found out it had a platinum. Platinum kind of swayed me on it. Because on Microsoft, which has been out for a while, it's only like I think a 400 point game.
Yeah.
And then, so I thought it would have just been a couple of bronze, maybe 1 gold, and 2 or 3 silvers when we got it. But it had a platinum, so I immediately bought it and started playing it. And I'm now currently, the date recording this, I'm 3, I think, trophies away from the platinum. Now, they're the longest trophies to get. They're not hard by any means to do, but they'll take the most amount of time.
And does that mean, seeing as it was only 400 points on Xbox Live, does that mean it's only a handful of trophies in it? Like, they're all goals, or has it got like an equivalent of like 40 trophies, or you know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know what the official count is. I think it's about 25 trophies, I think.
Yeah, that'd be more than, gamer points, I think, for Xbox. Or I could be wrong.
Now, there's a lot of padding out in that. I mean, catch and cook a fish, or chop punch a tree, build a pickaxe, and there's things like if you play the tutorial world, so it probably gave you that message that if you were playing the full game, you would have got a trophy here. You could get about 12 trophies in the space of about 4 minutes in the tutorial world. It is ridiculously easy.
I'm going to have to try the trial. Fuck it. I might do it later on. You been playing anything else other than mining stuff in Minecraft?
When everybody's available and there's a group big enough of us, I still play GTA 5 online. That's a lot of fun. Again, only if there's a big enough group. It's kind of shit if you're on your own. But beyond that, I haven't really been playing anything because I've been so busy at work. But I now have 2 days off. I want to play Minecraft some more. Probably end up playing GTA if everyone's around. I want to start Bioshock. I need to finish DMC. I need to start Metal Gear Rising Revengeance because I haven't started that either. That was last month's PS Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot to do.
Not enough time to do it in.
No, not even close.
True. Well, what have I been doing? I will say I bought the PS4, but I have not played it in probably since Christmas. But I know Don't Starve came out, but I played that already on the PC and didn't really want to go back to it. So I decided to kind of chip away at my back catalogue of games and found myself, after listening to a lot of episodes of Giant Bomb and hearing them going on about Dark Souls and Dark Souls this and Dark Souls that, I decided to jump back into that crazy fucked up world. And I'm enjoying it. I'm doing a lot better than I would have in my first playthrough, because when I went back to play it, for some reason my save file was gone and I wasn't as pissed off as I thought I would have been, because I don't know, maybe I had 20 hours put into it, but even at 20 hours I had barely any experience because I kept dying and losing all my souls. So this time around I just, in games I always like being the warrior and I always like having like the double-handed sword, but really in this game you need a shield and a pickaxe, or not a pickaxe but a what are they called, pole arm or spears, and mainly because like the best thing about them is you can block while you attack, but like when you have a sword and shield, when you go to attack with your sword, you're left open to another enemy that's going to hit you. It's hard to really explain, but it's so easy to die in that game, even like against enemies that fall with one hit, but if they get one or two random hits on you by just randomly, it's so random, like you could be going through and you mightn't get killed at all, and then in the space of out of nowhere, like an enemy that you could blow upon and he'd die could just hit you once or twice in the back and you're dead. And I suppose the risk and reward of that game is good, but then some days I'd have good days, and then some days I have days where I'm like, when I'm going to work, I'm just pissed off I'm going to work because I'm like, I want to go back and kill that motherfucking Black Knight. So but I'm enjoying it a lot more this time around than I did the last time around. Like, that game has serious problems, as in, well, not so much problems, but like it doesn't give you any information about it. Like, it's pretty much you can go into that game and not know anything and just try and learn it all yourself, or you can be like a lot of people and go on wikis and discover what the hell is humanity all about and what does it do and why you should have it or you shouldn't have it. Why you shouldn't have it is because people can invade your game, but while you should have it, you'll get a bonus towards all the items that you could find when you kill enemies. So risk and reward there, like. But lucky enough, I haven't had too many people invade my game, and one guy did there recently enough, and like he was way overpowered than me, but I was able to kind of block at the right time and attack at the right time, and I was slowly weighing on his health bar, and then I don't know what happened, he just cut out his internet probably because I was just about to kill him. I was really pissed off, but I really enjoyed it because it was great reward, because going into that battle I was like, I can't kill this guy, and just with patience and like understanding and just patience, like I said, managed to nearly beat him, but then he just pussy whipped out of that place.
He used his FIFA defense.
Yeah, oh god, I'm glad I don't play FIFA. I went back then after playing Lightning Returns demo. We did a trial run of that. And if you're wondering what the hell a trial run is, it's just a Let's Play, a video that we have up on our YouTube that you can check out of Lightning Returns. But I went back and I bought the second Final Fantasy 13 game because it was like really cheap on PS Plus, or no, well yeah, for PS Plus as well. It was going for like €8, and I like digital downloading things instead of buying physical copies, so I was just like, sure, I'll play through a little bit. So I played about 5 hours of that, and I thought I'd go back to it again, but then Dark Souls kind of just took over again. And then other than that, I don't know. I'm trying to think how far back I should go. Like, should I go a week back or should I go 2 weeks back? Because in fairness, we are not going off an episode, you know, unless we were to list out all the games we've done since our last episode with the last old site.
Oh fuck, Jesus, that's a long list.
Yeah.
Actually, no, would it be?
It'd be shameful, probably, the little amount we've played of games. Do you know? Because it has been a long time, but in fairness, like, I'm just dreadful for playing games these days. I'm more trying to catch up on movies than anything.
Yeah, even then I've fallen away from that, actually.
Yeah.
Movies and stuff. I started Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, yes. How are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm midway through season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And although it hasn't grabbed me like, say, Breaking Bad did, there was a very specific moment towards the end of season 1, maybe the second to last episode, where I had a distinct moment, and then I realised, oh yeah, shit, I'm hooked now. But like, I bought 5 seasons of it. I bought the box set of 5 seasons, and there's 3 episodes per disc. Yeah. So even though I'm not hooked on the show, I put in a disc, I hit play all, and I happily sit back and watch all 3 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't feel like it's a waste of time or it takes too long or anything. So I think I'm enjoying it. I think that's what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting better. It's kind of ramping up stuff.
I hope, because I kind of believe that, yeah, the first few seasons, like back when I first watched them, I thought they were good because they're so long ago and there wasn't really anything out at the time. But I can understand why people going off Breaking Bad to go back and watch the first few episodes of Sons of Anarchy mightn't think it's that engaging or, you know, would grab you. But yeah. I do believe that the later episodes, like I think season 3, I'd nearly say, but definitely season 4 onwards, you do get grabbed and sucked in. There's a lot of like, oh shit moments, or like, I did not see that coming, and yeah, kind of on the edge of your seat moments.
Yeah, that's kind of why I put off watching it for so long, even though I had a lot of people, you included, telling me to watch it. It was your sales pitch, not you specifically, but people's sales pitches about the show. That just get through the first 2-3 seasons of it, and then it gets really good. That's not selling me on a show.
Yeah,
that's not how you do it. Plus, I don't like the actor who plays Jax. Was essentially the lead character.
Charlie Hunnam.
That's the one. I don't like him. I don't like him as an actor.
I don't know. I like him. I don't know. I know he's not the best actor. I don't know.
I think the first thing I ever saw him in was Pacific Rim, and that
really?
movie is incredibly cheesy.
I love that movie.
I'm taking all that cheese into Sons of Anarchy with me.
That cheese was probably my movie of the year last year.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so cliched.
I know, ridiculous. But it's just, once you get past that, like, man, those Titan battles, like, I was watching that in bed and I was really fucking getting into it, like, on my own, watching it without 3D, and I never get into kind of movies the way I did that night. I was like, oh my god, and then couldn't fucking believe that it was still going on, and although I did thought, well, I don't know, it could be spoiler, so I shouldn't say it, but I will try and word it without spoiling it. Like, there's a part where you're just like, oh my god, you could have saved yourself so much time if you just, you know, does that help you remember what I'm on about?
That happens so much in the movie that saves so much time. But can we still spoil it? Like, it came out last summer.
Okay, yeah, spoilers.
It's almost
for
a year ago now.
Pacific Rim.
It's cheesy.
It's very cheesy. I don't really like the girl actor that much in it, if I'm being honest.
The Asian, I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I can't remember her name either. But yeah, no, I know the story when you really think about it is dumb, but I don't know. That movie just kind of, it was fun.
It's fucking ludicrous as a story. Look, I can, suspension of disbelief. I'm happy to see Jaegers beat up kaijus. I couldn't think of the word there. And what they did, it did really well. But no one thought of, hey, those chest-mounted cannons that our Jaegers have that are incredibly effective? Why don't we just put a ring of them around the hole where the kaijus keep coming out? And just automated sentry turret things. Not risk men's lives by putting them in giant suits. Make them fight. Just have turrets.
True, but like we said, the story is cheesy. It wasn't well thought out. The whole original idea for this movie was we want to make people look at these big, massive mechs and watch them destroy a building or destroy a monster. So
yeah, I don't get why it got away with that though, because Transformers took so much shit for being exactly that. And I like the Transformers movies. I will defend them.
The second one?
But yeah, it's a good. Not to get me wrong, it's the worst of the trilogy, and it has some major goddamn flaws. Racially so, it's quite bad. But it's still a good movie. It's still a spectacle. It's still fun to watch.
I know. I don't even remember it that much, but God, that received so much hate. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I'm picking it as like probably one of my favorite movies of last year. Maybe because I didn't see all that many movies. Like I know The Wolf of Wall Street was amazing, and I never seen it.
That only come out this year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's only out like 2 weeks or so.
All right. No, for some reason I thought it was just before the end of the year. But no, there is a bunch of movies still on my backlog for last year. Like Wolverine, I didn't like for last year. I didn't like that at all. Oh, I went to see that with you. And I was confused at the end. I was like, do I like it or don't I like it? And I was like, no. There's a few cool parts. Like the train part was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be really dumb, but it was pretty good. But more action and fight scenes was needed in that movie. And
so you still approach movies as a 12-year-old?
Sometimes.
Okay, sometimes.
When
see, I don't. I tend to need more. Now, again, fan of the Transformers movies. That's the exception to the rule and everything. But I generally need, character progression, story development and stuff. I'm not happy with just explosions anymore. Used to be when I was a kid. Not anymore.
You know what I really liked, actually, that I know it didn't come out last year, it came out the year before, but kind of in the same vein as robots and stuff, Real Steel I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, that actually was surprisingly good.
The fact that we're on about robots and Hugh Jackman twice now with Wolverine and Real Steel, I just thought I'd bring it up.
Yeah.
It was good. Like it was really kind of, what's the word? Feel good movie, family movie kind of thing. I don't know.
Kinda, yeah. That year was a kind of a bizarre year for movies because they took things that you really didn't think a movie could be made out of, like Rock'em Sock'em Robots or Battleship, and they created two movies. Oh goddamn, Battleship was such a ridiculous film. Have you seen Battleship?
No, I didn't.
Oh God, Mitch, watch it.
I hear it's pretty awful.
It's terrible, but it's fun to watch.
Okay.
It is. There's a ship in it. Again, it's been out even longer than Pacific Rim, so spoilers and stuff. But there's a ship, a battleship, ironically enough, that's just filled with like 80-year-old people, war veterans that apparently just live on it because they appear out of fucking nowhere. And then, like, it's a tourist attraction, I think, because there's a gumball machine on it. And then all the old people tear down the gumball machine in slow motion while AC/DC's Thunderstruck plays. And then they go into the ship and it has all the nuclear warheads and everything still inside it. Like, it's still it's amazing. Oh, you have to watch it.
Okay.
Because Rihanna gets the shit kicked out of her.
Who does? Rihanna?
Rihanna, yeah.
Alright, cool. Just looking at Audacity there for a second and kind of noticed it was picking up on you a little bit, but hopefully it's not too much.
Ah, you're the one that edited it. I didn't give a fuck.
I won't be able to edit that much. I know, should be fine. Okay, so back on track with games, I guess. Let's talk about the news, and then after news we'll talk about as much as we can about the site and how it came to be, I guess. So I'm just looking here at a website called n4g.com to get the kind of best news that there is at the moment, or the most commented on news. And it turns out that Tomb Raider Definitive Edition outsold the Xbox One version sold twice as much, and if not more, on PS4 than it did on Xbox One. And to me, that's not surprising, because there's more PS4s than Xbox Ones in the world, and considering that the Xbox One can't hold a steady 30 frames compared to the PlayStation 4 60 frames and 1080p, people probably just wanted to play that game and have it looking as best as it could on a console.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much exactly like I said to you. The game's already been out. This is just an amped up, prettier version of it. So they want to play it on a console that will make it look as pretty as possible.
True. The only added benefit of it is, yeah, it looks prettier, and you get all the DLC in this edition included, which only was multiplayer, and according to people, multiplayer was not the place to be in that game because it wasn't very good, according to a lot of people.
I've never heard the multiplayer of a game described as the place to be.
Not to be.
Like Last of Us, it's the new water cooler in your office.
The Last of Us multiplayer it surprised everyone, I think, because even me, I was afraid. I was kind of like, I haven't heard anything about the multiplayer, that's not a good sign, and then it turned out to be one of my favourite things.
Yeah, it was surprisingly good. It did a good job of keeping the tension from the single player campaign and kind of spreading it out across the world. Do you think since the upcoming DLC Left Behind is going to be the only single player DLC available for that game that Naughty Dog is going to do you think any more future DLC is just going to be all multiplayer, like different maps and stuff?
I'm pretty sure they confirmed that it's just going to be this Left Behind DLC as single player, and that'll be the last bit of single player DLC you'll get of it. I'm pretty sure.
So the team is just going to go back and start working on Uncharted 4.
Yep. Sorry, I just seen something. A review for Ballsy Bird, which is obviously a rip-off of Flappy Bird.
I've never heard of Flappy Bird. What is Flappy Bird?
Flappy Bird, I suppose we can talk about because it's just recently released, but it's like the Dark Souls game of iPhone games, where all you do is you have this bird and his name is probably Flappy Bird, and you press the screen to make him flap so he kind of maintains his height level in the air, but you're going through a world that's got these pipes, pretty much like Super Mario pipes, and it's like you have to kind of navigate your way through them, so they're really close together, so once you go through one pipe you have to kind of press really fast to make them go high, but then if you press too many times it'll go too high, and as soon as you just clip the pipe, it falls to the ground, and your score is judged on how many pipes you manage to get by without hitting them, and apparently the world record is like something like only 16 or something.
That sounds infuriating.
Yeah, but it's led, the reason why it's so addictive is probably because of the music that's going on in the background, and it's just really quick. It's like Rayman, once you lose you're back into it again.
Ah, okay. So how is Ballsy Bird a rip-off of that? What does that do?
Because right now it just has a review Flappy Bird, and then right underneath it says Ballsy Bird, and they both say, well, no, one of them says Tap Me, and it's just, you know, the way people are trying to rip off Candy Crush because it's really popular to make like a rip-off version. It's just obviously a rip-off version of that, which probably includes a lot of ads and stuff, and it got a 3 out of 10, so it's probably terrible.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, more news. Let's see. There has been more screenshots leaked of the Order 1886 for that PlayStation 4 game that's coming out. and I can't show you because this is audio, but you can go check them out if you'd like. But they're quite nice. Same with Infamous Second Son, more pictures released of that. According to a source that Respawn, developers of Titanfall that's coming out soon, they are worried that, you know, their game might fail or something like that. Let me just see if I can find it.
They're worried Titanfall will fail?
Yeah, like they're anxious, but at the same time kind of worried that it could fail. You know,
I mean that's got to be. I don't want them overly confident and cocky. I want them to work hard to give us a good product. But that is one of the most anticipated games of this, what is now the current generation of consoles.
True, but you need to take into account that it's only going to appear on Xbox One, and it contains no single player. There's also Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty out in the wild that are very competitive first-person shooters. I know it's bringing something new to the table with the whole Titans and stuff, but I suppose another fear is that if for any reason that those servers don't work on day one, no one can play their game, and that will spread very quick, and people will be like, well, I'm not going to play that Titanfall game because it's always online.
Oh yeah, but that's obviously going to be a clear worry. I actually didn't think of that. But seeing what happened with like SimCity 4 and recently with Rockstar and GTA 5 and how much they got shredded up about the servers thing. I mean, is it Respawn that's doing Titanfall?
Yep.
They have got to be, like, they have teams working on servers to prepare for the load it's going to take.
I know, and as well, with Microsoft have dedicated servers for games. That's one of the benefits for people releasing stuff on Xbox One, is that they've officially dedicated servers for games, which before I think companies would have to provide their own servers or buy their own servers, but Microsoft are giving people that want to do multiplayer on their console the servers for free, or they're just included. It's kind of good, but if they don't work, you can't play Titanfall, and that's bad, because it is currently, other than maybe Quantum Break, which I think looks pretty cool, but there's not much talk about that, and it won't be out this year. Judging from the company that are making it, they take a long time with their games. Like Alan Wake was in development for 6 years. Same guys are making Quantum Break, made Alan Wake. So there's really nothing else to be excited for, except for, I don't know, weirdly enough, I'd love to play that Plants vs. Zombies game, the third-person one, where it's like
Garden Warfare?
Garden Warfare, yeah, I don't know, just I wouldn't mind trying it out. Apparently it's not exclusive, but it won't be on PS4 anytime soon, I believe. So yeah.
Yeah, like there's a few things coming up I'm excited about. Like Infamous Second Son, I will play. Watch Dogs, I will play. And The Order looks really, really cool. But I still haven't got my PS4, and I have the money put aside for it, but I'm not going to pick it up until there is a catalogue of games. Metal Gear 5 will probably be the thing that makes me go out and buy one. Because I bought a PS3 for Metal Gear 4. So it would be nice to keep that tradition going.
Okay, well, is it not coming to PS3 and 360, no?
It is, but I wanted to... are you trying to talk me out of getting a PS4?
No. I'm just...
No, I mean, if I'm going to play a next-gen game, something that's supposed to be a next-gen game, and looks as pretty as what I've seen of Metal Gear 5, I want to play it that way. I want to play it on a PS4. I am going to get a PS4 eventually. There's no doubt about that. But there's not enough games on it at the moment that I really, really want to convince me to buy it.
True. Since we're on about Xbox, we can say more news about Xbox is that they have got the rights to Gears of War. So Epic sold them the rights to publish Gears of War games. So Epic are no longer making the Gears of War games now. That will be done by Bluepoint, I believe. They're a company in Canada that will be taking over development of the Gears of War franchise. So no more Epic for Gears of War. I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, it's a franchise that got really big. I mean, I played through the second one, I think, when I lived with Noel. He had his Xbox, and I played through with him. And I'm aware of the impact 3 had, with a specific death scene in it, but it never really grabbed me. Mostly because I had to play it on an Xbox, and I don't like the Xbox 360 controller. But yeah, no, not really too pushed to, does it really? I'm not going to be playing it anyway.
Well, that's probably the one franchise Microsoft have. Well, maybe. No, I won't say Fable. Like, I haven't liked Fable since Fable 1, but Gears of War I really enjoyed. And I don't know. Yeah, Gears of War 2 is probably my favourite. I never played 3, so I'm judging off of 1 and 2, but Gears of War 2, I just remember the hype about that game, and like the midnight launch was just as big as for that as the Halo launch. But yeah, like it just kind of dwindled off a bit. I think they'll have a hard time getting people excited for that game again. Maybe.
What I will give it though, they are good looking games.
Yeah, they are.
Like they're old now. I can't remember when they came out, but they have been around for a while and they still hold up to games that are just kind of new out there. They hold up quite well.
Just after seeing a post there, the last PlayStation 2 game ever to be made was Pro Evolution Soccer 2014. That'll be the last game ever made for a PlayStation 2 console.
I knew it was a soccer thing.
Yeah.
I was going to say it was FIFA. Yeah, I mean, who's going to buy that, really? Is there figures? Is there sale figures?
You like, you gotta realise, I think some countries have only really gotten the PlayStation 3 in the past 1 or 2 years, so they would still be playing PlayStation 2 games. So there are some countries that would still be picking up games like that. Like, they wouldn't be putting it out if it didn't make them money.
That's true, but I mean, those countries, they are places where they worship frogs, and they have to wear tinfoil hats because the sun god will get them. Mitch, where am I talking about?
I don't know. I think Brazil. Was one of the places I heard about that only got the PS3 there recently, or I'm not too sure. Russia is definitely one of them. Russia is actually very big for PC gaming, because consoles only came out there recently enough, and like games like Dota 2 and League of Legends are huge there, but like they wouldn't put them out if they weren't going to make money. That's simple fact.
Russians have bugger all else to do anyway, besides rewatching their dashboard cam footage, and climbing bridges. I mean, what else is
yeah.
What else is there to do? I mean, you punch a polar bear and you drink some vodka, and then you play some Dota 2. I mean, that's your day in Russia. You freeze your bollocks off, you punch a polar bear, climb a bridge, drink some vodka, and then you play Dota 2.
I don't know about punching a polar bear, but maybe
Why
a wild bear.
Why wouldn't you punch a polar bear?
Well, because it's in the polar ice caps. It wouldn't be in Russia.
Russia's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
I'm pretty sure they have polar bears.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
They have bears that are cold.
You go and do an expedition and report back to me, and with video footage of a polar bear, and then we'll talk.
I will. That'll be so easy to do. I'll just have footage of a polar bear that I'll kind of do shaky, and I'll put in some backward letters at the bottom.
Why would you tell me that?
No, because now you're not going to doubt yourself. Every bit of footage you see, you're going to doubt. David Attenborough can be talking over it, and you're not lying prick. That's in Russia. Not going to know.
Alright, let's see, is there any other, there's probably some news that we could mention on the podcast.
I'd punch a polar bear.
Really?
Why wouldn't you want to punch him? How much of a lasting thing of that to do punch the polar bear? That'd be the coolest thing in the world. Introduce yourself to a chick in a bar or a club. No, you can say your bank account or what you do for a living, make it up. I'm an astronaut, pilot, cowboy. But a punch a polar bear, I would put right in the face. That'd be amazing. Her panties would dissolve, bitch.
I don't know about that, man. But maybe it could work. I don't know.
I'm gonna go out of my way to punch him.
just to prove your point.
Just to do it. That's gonna be the world's greatest holiday photo in the world. The rest of my camera would be taken up by a trip to the emergency room because I'm missing an arm. But it'd be so fucking worth it.
It's true. Here's a good news story. 32.5 million copies of GTA 5 sold to retailers.
And you still won't buy it?
I will wait for the next gen version. And I might play it then. But, no, I'm not buying it.
God damn, it's such a good game.
That a lot of people are actually, I've heard from a lot of people in different sayings. Like, it was the same with GTA 4. When people first got their hands on that, they were, blown away by what they could do, and they thought the story was brilliant. And then the longer they played, the more they realized, this game is not that great. And I'm hearing that a lot about GTA 5 because, it's the hype train that got everyone on to it. Now, you're after saying it's so fucking good. So, I won't say that there are people out there that think the same way that I'm after saying, but I don't know. I'm indifferent, and I don't really like a lot of things you can do in that game.
Like what?
I just don't like it.
You don't like things you can do in the game?
Yeah, like just grabbing a car and mowing down like a police officer just because he was in your way. And I know it's a game and it's meant to just not be taken realistic, that's fine, but they don't really go out of their way to stop you from doing that. Or I don't know, I'm probably sounding really annoying right now the way I'm talking, but
a little bit, yeah. You know how big a game, just because it's violent doesn't mean you have to do it. And it's AD, I mean, it's all choice. Yes, I can follow the rules of the road. I'm not going to. I will absolutely mow the fuck out of a prostitute to get where I'm going. But it's in good fun. I mean, Pokemon, no one ever gives shit about Pokemon. They're wild animals. Do you know what? You're talking to someone who would punch a polar bear. But no one sees the bad point in taking a wild animal, confining it into a tiny little ball, and only ever letting it out when it needs to get the shit kicked out of it. No one ever looks at the bad thing about that.
That's a good point, actually. But I don't play Pokemon either, so I used to.
Everyone used to play Pokemon.
Everyone wanted to have a Pokemon.
No, I don't want to have one. It just says its own name. That would get fucking annoying.
I remember when it first came out on TV, I was like, I can't wait for this to come on PlayStation. And I was like, what do you want for Christmas? Pokemon on PlayStation. And I was like, where's my Pokemon game? And it was like, no, it's not released on PlayStation. Nintendo have it.
Jesus Christ, your parents were harsh.
Yeah, I know. But it's just that's why Nintendo is so rich. They just got really good IPs, and they still have very good IPs, even though they're not doing that well. I looked at their sales chart for this year. Man, it's like a plunge off a cliff. It's that so far down, like compared to last year.
Yeah, the year of Luigi did not go well.
Yeah, wasn't all that good for poor old Luigi. Although I like any game I play, if anytime I'm playing a Mario game, I pick Luigi because it's just like, come on, like fucking, he's all right, like, but he gets so much shit from people.
You know, he can run faster, he can jump higher, and he lets his brother have all the limelight. He's a good dude.
He's a good brother. Yeah,
he is.
He
fights ghosts.
He does. Very popular game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other news. Actually, it's not really news. I think it's obviously a rumor, but seeing a post where a photo was taken of a Zelda Wind Waker PS4 edition, and actually looked very convincing. But obviously, no one's reported on it because it's obviously fake. But I thought, like, for a second, I was like, that would be kind of cool, but it'll never happen. But you never know; it could happen because I don't really see Nintendo bringing out a competitive console anytime soon, or ever again, maybe. Because when you like weigh up the Wii and the Wii U against the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and then now the PS4 and the Xbox One, it's just ridiculously behind.
I agree with you. They will bring out consoles, but they just won't be competitive consoles.
I don't know consoles, but they might just stick with the handheld market. You know, they have that sewn up. Like the PS Vita, even though the PS4 has helped it increase sales like over 150% higher than it was last year already, I still don't see the PS Vita taking off as popular as the PSP did, and nowhere near as popular as the 3DS is. So even though that console has great games and current like games keep coming out every week for that console, not like with the 3DS where you're waiting like each month to get a new game. It's just it's a pity that it wasn't more widely accepted. Even though mine is currently broken, the left trigger keeps pressing select in games, so it's really annoying. So I'm kind of debating, do I buy the new slim one or do I go and buy the old one because it has the OLED screen? Yeah.
I don't have one, so sell me on one. Sell me on the slim one.
On the slim one?
Yeah, go. Sales pitch.
Okay, I'll get the bad one. I'll get the bad thing out of the way. It doesn't have OLED, which some people might know what that is. It's the screen display that makes the screen on the Vita look really, really pretty. But the new slim one is an LCD screen to keep the price down, and it just means that the colors are not as bright or as sharp. But everything else, the good things about it is it's lighter, it's more comfortable. The touchpad on the back, your fingers won't touch it as much because it's a little bit smaller. And the library of games is phenomenal. Anyone that has PlayStation Plus has no reason not to download the games that come for free on PlayStation Plus for PS Vita, because even if they don't have a PS Vita, when they go, maybe someday they might get one as a gift, they'd be like, oh cool, well what will I play? Oh, hold on a second, I have this whole backlog of 20 Vita games that are actually really good AAA games like Uncharted and Gravity Rush, all for free. So okay, let's try these out. And yeah, it's like, it's awesome. Like, that probably didn't sell you on it, but
not on the slims, but you more sold me on the Vita as a whole. But
good. Not
bad. I give you a 7 out of 10.
Ah, thanks. So
there you
go. All right, I'll put that review up. But no, even when I was just thinking about it there, like, it just popped into my head, like, you have PS Plus, but you don't have a Vita and you don't have a PS4, but you said you're downloading the PS4 games as they come out, like Resogun, or you're initiating the download so that when you do get one eventually, you'll still be able to download those games. It's the same thing with the PS Vita. There's games that are coming out for PS Plus that even if you don't have a Vita, just initiate the download so that if you ever happen to get a Vita or your friend gets one and he wants to get some games, or no, I don't think that'll work because it's tied to your PSN, but if you ever do get one, you'll have a backlog. Like, by the time you get one, you probably have like 50 games on your account that you can just download and play. Games that you probably really wanted to play, but you didn't want to own. Just buy a Vita for this game. But over time, the catalog has grown, and you have loads more to play. So, yeah.
I have been queuing. I haven't been queuing up the Vita stuff. I have been queuing up the PS4 things though. Like, it's like Resogun, which I've been playing recently. And I haven't played it since we went to the Sony the PS4 press event, before launch. And I forgot how good that game is. It's so much fun.
It is.
It's ludicrously addictive.
It is. It's like it's one more game type of game. You know, like you just lost. Just one more game. I can do it. One more game.
That's exactly what it is. And I got it's Luca. He got his PS4, and we were playing it on Saturday, I think it was. I'm just doing a little bit of trophy hunting it, and I used the Colin Moriarty of IGN's pro tip of the save 2 humans in a second or something. Micromanaging, I think it's called.
Yeah.
You shoot one human and then save the other one. So pop that trophy. He had no clue how to go about doing it, and I did it immediately. Looked like an absolute badass, and I explained to him that Colin figured it out.
Yeah, good old Colin. That trophy, just by accident I managed to get it. It was just, I was shooting a dude and I was like, oh, I shouldn't be shooting him, and then he was going really, really high, and then I forgot that I had a dude attached to the back of my ship, and then I got the trophy. I just love how the trophies ping a lot quicker now, so that you know what you just did was the reason why you got the trophy, instead of like the PS3 where it won't pop for a few seconds and you're just like, whoa, what? Oh, and you're disoriented after it.
Yeah. The delay on the PS3 wasn't the best, especially when I did guides. Like I'd be working, like I'm obviously recording, I'm capturing as I'm doing it, and for something that stacks, like I don't know, if you have to kill 20 enemies doing a certain thing, and you're playing it, and you kill your 20th one, but you keep firing, and then 4 enemies later you get the recognition for killing the 20th one 4 enemies ago. It's all over the place.
Mm-hmm. No, I know. Just after seeing there that that PlayStation Now beta thing.
Yep.
A video just leaked of Killzone 3, so I'm not watching it because we're doing the podcast, obviously. But for people that are listening, you might want to check it out, because no one really knows what the PlayStation Now beta is or how good it'll perform. But it's basically streaming PS3 games to your PS4 or your PS Vita seamlessly, apparently, without any lag. So if they manage to pull off that device without any lag, that would be some achievement for them, and it'll probably go a long way with securing their future.
Yeah, if it does work as they're promising, it'd be really, really cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm just looking to see if there's any more news. We'll do one more news story, and not a game story, but quite a sad story. Philip Seymour Hoffman passing.
I'm not ready. Mitch. The pain is still too near. I can't talk about that.
I know a good acupuncture guy. He could probably kill that pain for you.
Why would acupuncture be the first thing you go? Have you ever gotten acupuncture?
No.
Oh, so you're going to give me the number of an untested acupuncturist?
Yeah, we were talking about it last night while we were watching the Super Bowl, and I don't know, I don't have any need for it, but apparently it cures some pain, so
so I want the hole in my life that was left by Philip Seymour Hoffman to be filled with needles.
Well, that's the way he went out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, okay.
A bit morbid, I know. But he'd want us to laugh about it.
Dude was a good actor.
I know.
He was a very good actor. It's kind of a shame that he's going to be remembered as the guy who died with a needle in his arm. Yeah.
I did read into it a little bit, and apparently he was, clean for 23 years, but no, like his friend just didn't hear from him one day, and he just went into the apartment and found him with the needle and heroin in an envelope. But no, he was very good, and the last movie I just remember seeing him in was the Hunger Games movie that I watched like a week ago, and I was like, oh, he's in this, cool. So, and then you just get the impression that he's going to have another big part in the third one, but I have no idea whether they've shot the third one or haven't even started shooting it. But so he mightn't be in that one, or he could have a small part in it, depending on how much footage they have. So
just have Jennifer Lawrence go topless for 5 minutes. Everyone will forget everything.
I prefer just looking at her body more than wishing her naked, because I think she's very
in the cinema. Fingers crossed.
She is very. She actually is one of my favorite actors now. I just think I have a thing for girls named Jennifer.
Great.
Like
okay,
Jennifer
audience.
Aniston, still think
if
she's
you're listening,
phenomenally hot and amazing.
Mitch has just dropped.
And now Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm not going to stop recording. He probably has on his end, but again, like I said before, he's the one editing this, so I don't give a shit. I'm going to continue talking about Hunger Games 2. While we wait for Mitch to come back. And for those of you that have seen it, it's been around for a while. The book's been out for ages. So, I guess possible spoilers.
Can you hear me?
No, you dropped out. There you are. I continue talking.
Alright.
The call dropped.
Okay. Alright, well, it's still recording. I'm recording.
I was still recording.
Because I was really confused. I was in mid-sentence there, and then you just went, yeah, the Hunger Games books, they're really good. And I was just like, what the fuck's going on? And then...
Yeah, I knew you were gone, so I just started talking to myself.
Alright, hopefully that doesn't F up anything. But yeah, the last thing I was probably saying was how much Jennifer Aniston and Jennifer Lawrence, I just must like girls with the name Jennifer. Hollywood girls.
Specifically Hollywood girls.
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly.
I don't know who that is.
Who the fuck else? Jennifer Garner? Are you Googling?
Yes. No, I don't like her.
No, fuck you. You said Jennifer. She's an actress. Hollywood.
I don't like her. She was Electra, wasn't she?
Was she?
Yeah, she was Electra. She was Alias as well in Daredevil and stuff like that. No, I don't
Jennifer Garner. I was talking about Jennifer Tilly. Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly. 1 second. I don't even. Oh no.
Fuck you. That's 2v2.
So the next one you pick is the deciding factor, yeah?
Yes, I cannot think of a single.
I'm just going to type Jennifer into Google and let Google decide. First thing it came up, Jennifer Lawrence. Next one, Jennifer Aniston. Next one, Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, 3 for 3. They're good.
So Jennifer Lopez is a yes from you?
Yeah.
Really? Is she? Do you consider her a Hollywood girl? I mean, yeah, I know she has done movies, but
you're kind of right. As in, she's more of a musician than an actress.
Yes. She's on that stepping stone. She's not quite gone as far as like Will Smith has. Where I consider Will Smith an actor now before I consider him a music artist.
Well, the next person after that was Jennifer Love Hewitt. So she's okay.
She's okay. So you're tepid on your Hollywood Jennifer fetish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like how you call it fetish. It's just like I think I like the girls with the name Jennifer in a lot of Hollywood movies, and you're making me sound like a stalker, which I'm not. I did not buy the Horrible Bosses movie just because Jennifer Aniston says the word "I want you to fuck my mouth, Dale." Just to watch that scene.
You were able to. You have clearly watched it though.
I have. I actually really like that movie.
You recited it on the podcast. It's been recorded now.
Yeah, episode number 1. Mitch is a freak.
I did not like Horrible Bosses.
Well, I didn't love it, but I thought it was a lot better than a lot of people are saying about it. Like, I thought Kevin Spacey was funny in it. Colin Farrell wasn't that great, but he did what he had to do. But it had people in it that I usually don't not like, but ever watch them in movies specific. Like, I know I had Kevin Spacey, but like it was more about the 3 guys, like your man that's in Sunny from Philadelphia, your man that's in Arrested Development, and the other guy who I don't know, but apparently he's going out with your one that was in House, number 13, I think.
Oh, Olivia Wilde.
I think that, yeah. I could be completely wrong though, but someone said that to me. I was like, no fucking way.
Fucking do go him. Jesus.
Yeah. But no, I just thought the movie was kind of... It was original, like, 3 guys try to kill their 3 bosses and do so stupidly, and one by accident in relation to Colin Farrell being shot by one of the guys who they're trying to kill. It was good. I don't know. I liked it.
Meh. Yeah. Nah, not really. I went to see it in the cinema, and I remember sitting there looking at the screen thinking, I know this is funny. I know on paper this is funny. I'm just not laughing.
Mm.
Plus, I don't like Arrested Development or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So
I'm not a big fan.
I didn't carry that into the movie either.
That's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't say I like Arrested Development. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I think that has some good moments, but I'm not I'm not invested in them, but I like the characters that were in Horrible Bosses. But yeah, so might leave it there with news. This is kind of just a test to see how our recording capabilities are, and the fact that we were both off at the same time to finally do a podcast.
Which rarely happens. But we learned a lot. We went on a journey of discovery of personal vendettas together. I would punch a polar bear. You would molest anyone by the name of Jennifer who comes anywhere near a Hollywood sign.
Okay. Alright. Okay. And we learned that the PS4 is better than the Xbox One because Tomb Raider Definitive Edition plays better on it.
That was the one design factor for me. That's the one I was waiting for.
Yeah. So let's see, how long are we recording?
56 minutes.
Alright, we'll try and just keep it at an hour, I guess. But,
so you have 4 minutes to cram in all the news possible.
No, we just did news. We're just going to talk about the site, I guess. What's it all about? Celtic Gamer is an online magazine site, pretty much, because that's what all websites are. They're kind of magazines and stuff. It's Irish owned, and it launched on the 12th of January, and the reason why, it's just because I was done tinkering with it for 4 months and I was happy with the way it looked and performed, and it was my sister's 30th birthday that day, so I was just like hungover as fuck because I was out in Kilkenny the night before, and I was just like, let's do this. And I was thinking about it the week beforehand, just launching on the 12th anyway. I was just like, that's my problem though. I should have set a date or a finishing date to be like, okay, I have to do it now and stuff, and I hadn't. And my mother just said to me, like, if you don't set a date, you're going to be tinkering at this forever, and she was kind of right. And so the 12th of January site launched, and I think it was like 4 months talking to you about it and trying to come up with something, like names. Coming up with a name for it, coming up with a design and a layout, and I'm very happy with how it looks and performs right now. I'm very happy when it's working. I'm not happy when it breaks, but cross my fingers, it hasn't broken this week, and I don't think it should. We brought on some more guys onto the staff. Brant Bates is reviewing games for us. He's done 2 reviews, just posted his Octodad review, and he did a review of Serena. Jerry Lavelle will be coming on to do reviews also. Ross will be doing his reviews and also doing some Let's Plays, which we're calling trial runs, unless we come up with a new name. How do you feel about that name?
I like trial runs.
Yeah?
I think I'm going to continue with Grind. Just because it's gaming Ross, Ian, Noel, David, and it just makes sense because Grind, it's kind of definitive with gaming. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like trial runs. Well, it'll depend on what you're playing. If you're playing something for the first time as a blind Let's Play, then it is a trial run.
Yeah. It took a while to come up with that. And also, another thing that took forever was coming up with a name for the site, CelticGamer.com. I remember I was texting you ideas, and you were like, no.
Well, that's when you wanted to call this. Yeah,
shut up. We don't need to tell people that. That'll be like, for our 100th episode, we'll fucking tell people my stupid idea. Yeah, pretty dumb. But I still have I still have that website domain name, which hopefully someone will try and buy off me. Because in fairness, I'm surprised that was never bought or purchased.
Oh, I didn't know you registered that.
Yeah, no, I bought it. I had the name, like.
Oh, I didn't know you went that far.
I thought I had that. I had bought the name before I even created the site, like, because I was just like, this isn't. No one owns this name. This is a goal of mine. Someone will buy it someday.
I'm gonna register Polar Bear Boxing.
Wait, hold on a second. Polar Bear Boxing.
Yeah.
.com. Polar Bear Box is a website. PolarBearBoxing.com isn't.
Ah, sold. I'm going to make millions. Mitch, I will remember you on my way to the top.
Fair enough.
Jennifer Lawrence as my spirit animal to kind of next thing. Oh, I made myself laugh. Do you know what I actually thought of? I had a website. It's existed for all of about 8 seconds in my head, and I already thought of t-shirts that I could sell. One t-shirt is just a polar bear sitting on top of a barbecue, but we can market it at Bear Grylls fans.
Oh my god, that's actually really funny. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. That's brilliant.
Genius. And actually, I was talking about this t-shirt the last day, and I can't it actually might be made. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But a Spartan, like a 300 King Leonidas Jared Butler Spartan. But I can't fucking talk. My mind is broken. I'm too giddy about polar bears. A 300 Spartan, but having one of like the Halo swords. You know, the kind of weird, bizarre shape, because they're called Spartans as well.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing that no one has made that t-shirt yet.
Plasma cutter, I think. Or no, plasma sword. That's
plasma sword, yes. So 300 like Greek Spartan with a plasma sword. I'd make a fucking fortune.
That's the thing though, like they're both IPs are owned by two.
No, they're not. I would give him blonde hair, and no one would know it was him.
And you'd make the Spartan sword orange colour, so it wouldn't be purple. Okay, yeah. That's just...
They don't have copyright over Spartans. They actually existed.
You know what would be sickening, right? Our ideas that we come up with here, and we just take them as jokes, and other people go out and make millions off them.
Oh, but this has been recorded, timestamped and everything.
Oh yeah.
It is 2 minutes to 11 on the 3rd of February. If anyone ever comes up with either of these t-shirts, somebody let me know. Somebody tweet me. Somebody comment below. Do something. I want carrier pigeons and smoke signals in the sky. I want to know about it. I'm pretty sure I'm entitled to royalties off his entire family for the rest of their existence.
And a free polar bear.
No, I don't want a free polar bear. When I punch him, I want to feel like I've earned it.
Okay. So yeah, we've also got more people on the staff team that are going to contribute, and more people to come. We need news writers and stuff. So if you are listening to this and have any experience writing for websites or would like to gain some experience, you can email jobs@celticgamer.com. If you have any podcast questions, you can tweet me and Ross at our Twitters, or you can email podcast@celticgamer.com. That's right, we've got emails that say Celtic Gamer on them. You can tweet at Ross at MuffinRoss, and you can tweet at me at alpha_prince, and you can tweet Celtic Gamer. Unfortunately, actually, what I want people to do is tweet the guy that has the handle Celtic Gamer and tell him to give it to us, because he has been inactive for 2 years, and I want him to get like 100 emails and make him wake up one day and be like, whoa, what the hell? And yeah, because we have Celtic Gamer IRL, which is kind of Celtic Gamer Ireland, I guess, but it'd be nice just to have Celtic Gamer for just because it's easier, I guess. I don't know.
And Celtic Gamer IRL it'll do for now until we can actually get a hold of the main one.
Yeah, because you see, I know there's sites that people have had Twitter handles and they have been inactive for like more than 2 years, and they were allowed to acquire them. They just sent Twitter emails saying this guy has this username that we'd like to use, but he's been inactive and he will not return our emails. Can we please acquire the handle? So I know there's ways about it. Just have to contact Twitter, I guess. Is there anything else that I'm leaving out? I know this isn't as prepared or as good as previous ones we've done.
I know something you're leaving out.
What?
Polar bears exist within the Soviet Union. I'm looking it up. I'm on Wikipedia.
God damn it!
I'm fucking right. I was right. I accidentally zoomed in and made the fucking text on my laptop massive. I don't know how I did it, but they're there.
Did you say Wikipedia? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing's true on Wikipedia.
Bullshit.
It's not. It's real. It's real to me. Damn it.
I'm counting that as a victory. That's a personal victory.
Personal victory?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give it to you. I'll give you this one.
That's okay. I don't need one.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So tweet us, and if you have questions, like I said, podcast@celticgamer.com for any email questions. We'll read them out. We'll give you an old mention on the podcast, and just say hello to Jose because we know he's listening because he's our hero, baby. Are we going to sing this one out as a duet, or are we just going to end?
Why?
I don't know. You talked about punching a fucking polar bear, which, you know, in fairness, in hindsight, sounds awesome, but...
I arrived to that point fluidly. Your hero baby came out of fucking nowhere.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, god damn it. Bye.